Hello everyone, welcome back to English class. Today we are going to continue our previous chapter, and the previous chapter name is The Happy Prince. It is written by Oscar Wilde. So in previous class, in first part, I taught you up to paragraph number first, and from paragraph number second I am going to start in this class. I have a golden bedroom, he said softly to himself as he looked round and he prepared to go to sleep. But just as he was putting his head under his wing, a large drop of water fell on him. What a curious thing, he cried. There is not a single cloud in the sky, the stars are quite clear. Bright, and yet it is raining. Then another drop fell. What is the use of a statue if it cannot keep the rain off? He said, I must look for a good chimney pot, and he determined to fly away, decided to fly away. But before he had opened his wings, a third drop fell, and he looked up and saw, what did he see? The eyes of the happy prince were filled with tears, and tears were running down to his golden cheeks. His face was so beautiful in the moonlight that the little swallow was filled with pity. So, what happens here in the second paragraph? It is said that when the bird decided that he will take shelter, he will spend his night under the feet of the happy prince. Initially, he was happy because he thought that being very high position, because the statue was hanged on a very high position, so he will get plenty of fresh air over there, and moreover he found that he had a golden bedroom, so he was initially very happy and he appreciated. So when he was about to sleep, one big drop of water fell on him. So he started watching towards the sky, and he found that the sky was full of stars. So he was amazed, he was shocked. So from where this water is coming, whether it is raindrop or what? Finally, when he was looking towards the sky, another big drop of water fell on him. So he decided like he will not stay here, he will not spend his night, and the bird decided to take any other shelter. So when he was about to fly, he was about to ready to fly, you know what happens there? Again a big drop of water fell on him. And when third time he started looking towards up, what did he see there? The bird saw that it was not the raindrop, it was the tears which was coming from the eyes of the happy prince. So the bird was very much shocked. Who are you? He said. I am the happy prince. Why are you weeping then? Asked the swallow. You have quite drenched me. Drenched me means what? Drenched means made wet. You have quite raised me. When I was alive and had a human heart, answered the statue, I did not know what tears were, for I lived in a palace where sorrow is not allowed to enter. My courtiers called me the happy prince, and happy indeed. Indeed means what really I was. So I lived and so I died. And now that I am dead, they have set me up here so high that I can see the ugliness and all the misery of my city. And though my heart is made of lead, yet I cannot choose but weep. What? Is he not solid gold? Said the swallow to himself. He was too polite to make any personal remark. So, in the third paragraph, it is said that when the bird found the prince was crying, then the bird started asking, who are you? Why are you crying? Then the prince said to the bird that he is happy prince. He was happy prince. Then second question, the bird asked to the prince, if you are happy prince, then why are you crying? Then after listening this question, the happy prince started telling the story behind this. Why his name is Happy Prince and why now he is not happy and why he is crying. So he started telling that when he was alive, he led his entire life very happily because he was not a common person, he was a prince. So he lived his entire life in a palace, in a royal residence where everything was available for him. He found everyone very happy, and that is why he led his life very happily. He never found he never found misery in the palace, and that is why he developed a belief that this world is very much happy. He couldn't understand the meaning of tears, what is misery and what is poverty. He saw only the one phase of the life which was full of happiness. But after his death, when his dead body, like when after the prince's death, one statue was made by his courtiers. But when he was alive, because he used to live very happily, and that is why his courtiers used to call him the happy prince. But after his death, his statue was made and he was hanged at a very high place. So, from where he could see all the misery, all the poverty in the society, especially in his city. So, it was the moment when the prince realized what was the meaning of poverty, what is the meaning of need, what is the meaning of poverty, and what is the real meaning of the tears or the sorrow or the suffering or the misery. Before his death, he was unaware about these things. He had never seen the second phase of life, but after his death, when he was hanged on a very high pillar, that time only the happy prince realized the meaning of tears, the meaning of poverty, how much poverty and the sufferings are available in his own city, in his own town. And that is why, after realizing the meaning of tears, whenever he realized that there are so many people who are dying with hunger, there are so many people who are suffering very much. So the prince didn't feel good and he started crying because now also he wanted to help the other person, the needy people, because the prince had a very good heart and he was very kind hearted prince. But now it was not the real person. He was only the statue, so he couldn't move anywhere. So he felt very sorry because his entire body was decorated with the precious stone, but he was unable to help the needy person, the poor person who was suffering. That is why he was crying. He said to the bird. Far away, continued the statue in a low musical voice. Far away in the little street there is a poor house. One of the window is open and through it I can see a woman seated at a table. Her face is thin and worn and she had coarse red hands all pricked by the needle, for she is seamstress. Seamstress means what? Lady tailor. She is embroidering flower on a satin gown for the loveliest of the queen's maid of honor to wear at the next court ball, that means royal dance party. In a bed in the corner of the room, her little boy is lying ill. He has a fever and is asking his mother to give him oranges. His mother has nothing to give him but river water, so he is crying, swallow, swallow, little swallow, will you not bring her the ruby out of my sword hilt. My feet are fastened to this pedestal, and I cannot move. So the prince made a request to the little swallow, 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 little swallow, please help that lady, the poor lady who is trying to finish her work, and her son is lying sick over there. Like the lady was so poor that she was unable to take care of her son because she had to complete her work. She had nothing to offer her loving son except river water. And the son was sick. He was suffering with high fever, and that is why, moreover, he was hungry also. So that is why he was crying. He was requesting her mother to give him some fruit like oranges because he was feeling not good. He was feeling much hungry. But the lady was helpless. She had nothing to give her loving son except the river water. When the prince saw this miserable condition of that poor lady, so the prince decided to help that lady, and that is why he made a request to help that lady, that poor lady whose hands were very much rough because of continuous work with the needle. Her hand, there was very much, her hand was full of, you know what, her hands was not smooth at all because every time she had to work with the needle. So it was pricked. Her hand was pricked by the needle so many times. That is why her hands were looking very rough. So finally, the prince decided to help that needy lady, and that is why he made a request to the bird. I am waiting for in Egypt, said the swallow. My friends are flying up and down the Nile and talking to the large lotus flower. Soon they will go to sleep. The prince asked the swallow to stay with him for one night and be his messenger. The boy is so thirsty and the mother so sad, he said, I don't think I like boys, answered the swallow. I want to go to Egypt. But the happy prince looked so sad that the little swallow was sorry. It is very cold here, he said, but he agreed to stay with him for one night and be his messenger. So finally, the prince convinced, made the bird ready to help that needy lady tailor, and the bird was spoken to take out the ruby from the sword hilt and give it to that needy lady so that when she will sell it, then definitely she will get some money in return, and with the help of this money she will be able to purchase some fruit for her loving son. Thank you, little swallow, said the prince. The swallow pricked out the great ruby from the prince's sword and flew away with it in his beak over the roofs of the town. Finally, the bird became ready to help the lady, and he just took out the precious red ruby from prince's sword, and the bird flew over the city, over the roof of the town. He passed by the cathedral tower. Cathedral means what? Church, where the white marble angels were sculptured. He passed by the palace and heard the sound of dancing. A beautiful girl came out on the balcony with her lover. I hope my dress will be ready in time for the state ball, she said. I have ordered flowers to be embroidered on it, but the seamstresses are so lazy. So, when the bird was on his way to give the precious stone to the lady tailor, he heard some sound, and it was the musical sound, it was the sound of dance, and he saw that there was one beautiful girl who came out on the balcony with her lover, and she was talking to her lover that she had already given order to prepare her beautiful gown that should be decorated with a beautiful flower, but she can hope only the lady tailor will complete her work on time, in time. But she was not very much sure because she thought that lady tailors are very lazy. But still, she had hope that the lady tailor will complete that work and she will make her gown ready in time for the royal court dance. He passed over the river and saw the lanterns hanging on the mast of the ships. At last, he came to the poor woman's house and looked in. The boy was tossing feverishly on his bed, and the mother had fallen asleep. She was so tired. He hoped and laid the great ruby on the table beside the woman's thimble. Thimble means what? Metal cap. So when you work with a needle, so there is a metal cap comes. Okay. So when you wear it, then it will keep your fingers safe. There will be not very much pricking. You will be safe from the needle. Alright. So the woman had worn that metal cap in her finger. Then he flew gently round the bed, fanning the boy's forehead with his wing. How cool I feel, said the boy. I must be getting better, and he sank into the delicious slumber. Then the swallow flew back to the happy prince and told him what he had done. It is curious, he remarked, but I feel quite warm now, although it is so cold outside. That is because you have done a good action, said the prince, and the little swallow began to think and then feel asleep. Thinking always made him sleepy. So finally, he gave that precious stone, that precious red ruby, to that lady. The bird found that lady was sleeping, and he found that the boy, that means the lady's son, was very much restless. He was not able to take a sound sleep. But the bird when the bird flew there, then it gave some cool air, and the boy felt little cool, and he thought that he is getting better. Alright, and so he became happy and he just slept. After coming to the prince, the bird explained the entire story, what had happened on the way, and how he kept that beautiful jewel, and how he kept there that precious red ruby. So the bird was very happy. So he said that I don't know, the happy prince, why I am feeling little warm, because outside there is cold, because it was season of winter. Then the happy prince appreciated the bird. He said to the bird, because you have done very good work, you have helped the needy people, the needy lady, and that is why you are feeling little warm. So he started thinking about his great work, about his good work, and thinking always made him sleepy, and that is why finally the bird slept. When day broke, he flew down to the river and had a bath. Tonight I go to Egypt, said the swallow, and he was in high spirit at the prospect. He visited all the monuments. Monuments means what? Historical building. Sat a long time on top of the church steeple. When the moon rose, he flew back to the happy prince. Have you any commission for Egypt? He cried, I am just starting. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince. Will you stay with me one night longer? I am waited for in Egypt, answered the swallow. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince. Far away across the city, I see a young man in a garret. He is leaning over a desk covered with papers, and in the glass by his side there is a bunch of withered violet. Withered violets means what? Faded blue color flowers. His hair is brown and crisp, and his lips are red as pomegranate, and he has large and dreamy eyes. He is trying to finish a work, a play for the director of the theatre, but he is too cold to write any more. There is no fire in the garret, and hunger has made him faint. So, in this paragraph, the author is telling that the condition, the miserable condition of the boy who had who had red beautiful lips just like the pomegranate, and he was very ambitious. So in this paragraph, the author is describing about that ambitious boy, about his look, about his condition also. The boy was very much ambitious and he was writing some play for he was trying to complete a play for the director of their theatre, but because of hunger and because of too cold, he was unable to do anything. There was no source of fire anywhere in the house, and he was feeling very cold. Moreover, he was very much hungry, and that is why there was no energy left in his body, and that is why he was unable to complete his work. And this hunger and this cold made him slow to work. So when the prince saw the miserable condition of the boy, he thought he must help that needy boy. And that is why he requested the bird to stay one more night along with the happy prince. I will wait with you one night longer, said the swallow, who really had a good heart. He said if he should take another ruby to the young playwright. Alas, I have no ruby now, said the prince. My eyes are all that I have left. They are made of rare sapphires, which were brought out of India 1,000 years ago. He ordered the swallow to pluck out one of them and take it to the playwright. He will sell it to the jeweler and buy firewood and finish this play, he said. Dear prince, said the swallow, I cannot do that, and began to weep. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, do as I command you. So finally the bird became ready to stay one more longer night, and he was given order to pluck out one of the eyes of the happy prince, because it was made up of what? Precious sapphire, because the prince had nothing to give, like he had only that precious stones which was decorated in his eyes. So that is why he just requested the bird to take out this sapphire and give it to the needy boy. But the bird was very much kind-hearted, and he said, I am ready to stay here, but I am not ready to pluck out one of your eyes, otherwise you will not be able to see, you will be blind. But finally he was given order by the prince, do as I directed you. That means in compulsion he had to take out the sapphire from the eyes of the happy prince. So the swallow plucked out the prince's eye and flew away to the young man's garret. It was easy enough to get in, as there was a hole in the roof. Through this he darted and came into the room. The young man had his head buried in his hands, so he did not hear the flutter, the soft sound of the bird's wing. And when he looked up, he found a beautiful sapphire lying on the withered violet, faded blue flower. I am beginning to be appreciated, he cried. This is from some great admirer. Now I can finish my play, and he looked quite happy. So, here in this paragraph, it is said that the swallow finally plucked out the prince's eyes and flew away to the young man's garret, and he just kept that beautiful, the precious sapphire on that faded blue flower, because the boy had buried his head under his hands like this, and that is why he couldn't see the arrival of the bird. He couldn't feel when the bird came and when he kept that beautiful stone. So when he got up, the boy found that precious stone on that faded flower, and he became very much happy. He thought it is a token of admiration he had got as a token of appreciation from some great person, and he felt little motivated and he became little happy, and he decided, like, he got a new energy, some new kind of energy, and that is why he decided that I will finish my work and I will be appreciated later. And he started completing his remaining work. The next day, the swallow flew down to the harbor. He sat on the mast of the large vessel. Vessel means what? Ship. And watched the sailors working. I am going to Egypt, cried the swallow, but nobody minded. Minded means what? Paid attention. And when the moon rose, he flew back to the happy prince. I have come to bid you goodbye, he cried. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, will you not stay with me one night longer? It's winter, answered the swallow, and the snow will soon be here. In Egypt, the sun is warm on the green palm tree, and the crocodiles lie in the mud and look lazy about them. In the square below, said the happy prince, other stands a little match girl. There stands a little match girl. She has let her matches fall in gutter. Gutter means what? Drain, and they all are spoiled. Her father will beat her if she does not bring home some money. And she is crying. She has no shoes, no stockings, and her little head is bare. Pluck out my other eye and give it to her, and her father will not beat her. And finally, he just requested the bird. The prince made a request again to the bird to stay one more night, because he saw that somewhere in a street a girl who was selling matchboxes. She lost her all matchboxes because it fell into the gutter, into the drain, and all got spoiled. And it was the fear in the mind of, it was the fear that if she doesn't bring any money to her house, then she will be beaten brutally by her father. So Prince knew that if she doesn't bring any money along with her, then definitely she will be beaten by her father. And that is why, and he found the girl was very needy also. Even she had not even she had no proper clothes for the winter. So the prince decided to help, and that is why he just made a request to the bird. I will stay with you one night longer, said the swallow, but I cannot pluck out your eyes. You would be quite blind then. Quite means what? Completely. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, do as I command you. So he plucked out the prince's other eye and darted down with it. He swooped past the match girl and slipped the jewel into the palm of her hand. What a lovely bit of glass, cried the girl, and she ran home laughing. Then the swallow came back to Prince. You are blind now, he said, so I will stay with you always. No, little swallow, said the poor prince. You must go away to Egypt. No, I will stay with you always, said the swallow, and he slept at the prince's feet. So finally, the bird was given an order by the happy prince to take out another eye. Whether the bird was not ready initially to take out his eyes, one of his eyes, another eyes, because he thought that if he takes out the another eyes of the happy prince, then the prince will be completely blind. And he started loving the happy prince. That is why he stopped doing this work. But later on, he was given an order to follow the instruction given by the happy prince. So finally, the bird plucked out the prince's other eye and he gave it to that girl. So after giving that precious stone, and the girl, when she got that precious stone which was shining, the sapphire was shining, so she felt little happy, and not little happy, she became very happy after getting this beautiful precious stone, and she just happily went to her house. She ran home laughing. So, after giving this precious stone to the girl, finally the bird came to the prince and he said to the prince that because you have donated, you have given your everything and now you are blind. You have donated, you have given both of your eyes. Now you are completely blind. You are not able to see anymore. So I have decided that I will not leave you alone, and rest of my life I will spend here only. I am not going to Egypt at all. So after listening this statement of the bird, the prince felt little sorry and he said, no, no, no. Don't decide these things. You must leave for the Egypt. You wanted to go to Egypt, so you must leave. Don't stay here. You are free from my side. But the bird decided that he will help the happy prince only because he found that the happy prince was very kind-hearted statue who devoted everything, who gave everything to help the poor and the needy people. So he decided that he will live along with the prince only. All the next day he sat on the prince's shoulder and told him stories of what he has seen in the strange land. So next day onwards he started telling whatever is happening in the city. Dear little swallow, said the prince, you tell me of marvelous things, but more marvelous than anything is the suffering of men and women. There is no mystery so great as misery. Fly over my city, little swallow, and tell me what do you see? What you see there. So finally he was given order by the prince to tell him what is happening in the city. So the swallow flew over the great city and saw the rich making merry. Making merry means what? Enjoying life. Making merry. Making merry. That means here enjoying life. In their beautiful houses, while the beggars were sitting at the gates, he flew into dark lanes and saw the white faces of starving children looking out listlessly at the black street. Under the archway of bridge, two little boys were lying in each other's arms to try to keep themselves warm. How hungry we are. They said, You must not lie. You must not lie here, shouted the watchman, and they wandered out into the rain. So, what did the bird see there? When the bird flew over the city, he found that there are so many children who were starving because of hunger. Even they did not have proper clothes to wear in the winter. Moreover, he was given order to take shelter. He was unable to take even the shelter of rich people's house because the guard was everywhere and he was spoken. The children were spoken to take shelter in another place, and that is why they had to move in the water because it was raining outside. So you can understand how misery their condition was. The bird saw that one side, the rich people were enjoying their life in their beautiful houses, and on the other hand, the needy people and their poor children were starving with hunger, and they did not have even the proper clothes to wear. They had not the proper shelter where they could stay. So this was the miserable condition. Then he flew back and told the prince what he has seen. So he just explained everything to the prince. I am covered with fine gold, said the prince. You must take it off leaf by leaf and give it to the poor. The living always think that gold can make them happy. Leaf after leaf of the fine gold the swallow picked off till the happy prince looked quite dull and grey. Leaf after leaf of the fine gold he brought to the poor, and the children's face grew rosier, and they laughed and played in the street. We have bread now, they cried. So finally, the prince decided to donate his gold also, because you know that the happy prince body was decorated with the leaves of gold. So he decided to help that hungry children by giving them gold, so that they could be able to sell it to any shop, any jewelry shop, and in return they will get some money in return, and they will be able to purchase some eatable items. Then the snow came, and after the snow, sorry, so finally the bird gave all the golden leaves, or the leaf after leaf of the fine gold the swallow picked off. Finally, the bird picked off leaf after leaf, which was made up of gold, and he started giving it to the hungry children and the poor children. So finally, the children become very happy after getting this gold, because that time they realized that they had something to eat. So they became very happy after getting this gold. Then the snow came, and after the snow came the frost. The street looked as if they were made of silver. Everybody went about in furs, and the little boys were scarlet capped and skate on the ice. Skated. The poor little swallow grew colder and colder, but he would not leave the prince. He loved him too well. He picked up crumbs outside the baker's door when the baker was not looking, and tried to keep himself warm by flapping his wings. So finally, it was not only the cold winter, the snow also came. Snow, and after that means snow started even falling, and after that, that is frost. That means solid part of uh, what rainwater. It started also falling from the sky. So it means there was too much cold outside. The weather was not suitable at all to survive for the bird. but still he was trying to make himself warm by flapping his wings. And although it was not the comfortable time, it was not the comfortable situation to stay there along with the prince, but he decided that he will not leave the prince, and he continued living there. Although it was very worse condition to survive in this chill weather. But at last he knew that he was going to die. He had just enough strength to fly up to the prince's shoulder. Once more, goodbye, dear prince, he murmured. Murmur means what? To whisper, to say something in very slow sound. Will you let me kiss your hand? I am glad. Glad means happy. I am glad that you are going to Egypt at last. Little swallow, said the prince. You have stayed too long here, but you must kiss me on lips, for I love you. So finally, the bird said to goodbye to the prince, and he said that I wanna kiss your hand once. So the prince said, finally, you are going to Egypt, and because you had helped me very much, you stayed here so many days, and that is why I started loving you also. I have also great love for you. So you can kiss even my lips. If you wish, you can kiss my lips also. It is not to the Egypt, because the prince thought that finally the bird is living for the Egypt. But he was not going to Egypt. It is not to Egypt that I am going, said the swallow. What did the swallow say to the prince? He was not going to Egypt. This time he was going to the house of death, because he knew that he is about to die. Death is the brother of sleep, is he not? And he kissed the happy prince on his lips and fell down dead at his feet. And finally, the bird fell down after kissing the happy prince. The bird fell down dead at his feet. In this way, the bird lost his life after serving so many people, being loyal to the prince. He sacrifices his life just to make other people happy and the prince happiness. So this was all about this second part. In third part, I will finish this chapter from paragraph number 17 to 20. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.